Andrew Tate continues taking hits, and this time I'm not even talking about our boxing ring. We're talking about the FBI paperwork that's just come out detailing all these allegations.
If I fuck up big time and England wants me in jail, I can fly on a Nigerian passport, or an American, or an English, or a Polish, or an Estonian. I have so many fucking passports. What, are you going to block them all?
In terms of access to commissary, communication with the outside world, they haven't been given it. They haven't been given it.
So we know the deal here. We're not going to bore you with every single part of this long paperwork investigation, but according to the filing, the UK is seeking extradition to prosecute him for rape and assault, occasionally bodily harm, and the Westminster Magistrates Court judge in the UK issued a UK arrest warrant back on the 19th of January 2024, which the filing said still remains valid. The US provisionally arrested Tate on the 18th of July 2026 under the treaty process, and described in the filing the UK had 60 days until the 16th of September 2026, so still quite some time here to submit its full extradition request with the supporting document. Now the prosecutors have filed this 37-page document responding and detailing why the Tate should be denied bond and remain in federal custody until they await extradition. And what better way to do that than to lay out some of the victims and actually the allegations of what Andrew Tate. So the document says, for complaint in A, the government recounts allegations concerning a encounter in Bedford in early 2015. This is 11 years ago. She alleges that Tate repeatedly put her in chokeholds, restricted her breathing, and sexually penetrated her without consent, and actually caused her to lose consciousness. This was over several hours. Apparently placed her in chokeholds, releasing the holds for a brief intervals to allow her to breathe while penetrating complainant A without consent. Later that same evening, Tate and her were in the bedroom when Tate again done the same thing, put her in a chokehold while penetrating her without her consent. She reported the allegations to the police. The filing says she disclosed the alleged rape and assault. Also says investigators obtained screenshots on WhatsApp messages allegedly sent by Tate shortly afterwards, containing statements including "I might argue again" and other threats referring to Rope waiting outside her home with a rope. And there is a second complaint in the filing as well that told the authorities she met Andrew Tate on a dating app back in 2014. The filing describes initial consensual sexual encounter that she said become unexpectedly rough and involved choking. This is similar to the young Flea situation, but hers is more like choking where his was biting. It describes a separate incident in Manchester. She alleged that Andrew Tate had choked her during X while she struggled to breathe and she feared he might kill her. She told the investigators she had not consented to the rough nature of the intercourse. Andrew Tate, when he was selling his course on how to get girls and the whole pimp lifestyle, he said he slept with over 500 women and was encouraging men to sleep with as many as possible so they can get out the lower breed ones and actually find a proper woman.
There is an important period in a man's life where you do need to sleep with a lot of women. And I don't think I think in the modern world nowadays, if you want to find a good woman, you ain't going to find a good woman on your first try. I really believe, like, I understand the game inside out. And I some girls and afterwards thought, you know what? She's just more hassle than she's worth. She's already broken, or she's just a fucking pain in the ass, or she has, sometimes I use apples as an example. If I were to say to you, go out there and find the best apple you can, and you'd only viewed 2 apples, well, what do you know about apples? If you have 100 apples to choose from, you're going to come back with a really good one. Mm-hmm. So people go to me, Tate, how the fuck do you get a 10 with your name tattooed, who lets you cheat, who does anything you say? It's like 500 girls to find her. So that's part of it. It's not just who I am. It's also, there's a numbers game to this element as well. So I do think as a man, you also have to be in 30, 40 years ago, not so much. But nowadays, if you want to find a quality woman, you're going to have to shitty chicks to get one. Mm. And this is why I teach. When guys say to me, Tate, you're declining the West because you're teaching guys in your course. I'm saying if you want to be happy as a man and you want to have a good relationship nowadays, you better learn to pick up, sleep with, and you got to learn to tear through some chicks. Mm. Because if you're just going to settle down with the first girl you sleep with, I guarantee you a divorce. Mm-hmm. I guarantee it.
But the UK government is saying they should detain him without bond, meaning keep him behind bars until he's extradited because he's a danger to the community and a flight risk. First, the serious nature of the offences which Tate is charged with, including violent rape and physical assault, 2 separate victims, renders him a danger to the community, both in the United States and abroad if he was released from custody. They're really pushing hard on him being a flight risk and using the clips to actually back it up.
I talked to them, and I talked to like Albanians or Chechens, and these guys would be on the most wanted list. And then they'd show me a picture of them in Dubai, picture of them in London, shopping, Sloane Street. Like, how do you do that? Oh, I got this passport from here, got that passport from here. I got a passport in another country and then changed my name in that country. So I have a perfectly legal passport with my face, with a different name. Like, they were just doing all this stuff, and I was sitting there going, what do I do? I don't need it, but why not?
Hit the like button right now if you have just one passport. We're a team here, it's okay, it's normal, but this guy was talking constantly about living off-grid, and I think it's come back to haunt him now because even the police are attaching these clips and using his mouth against him.
There's very old videos of me talking about how you can't live on one grid. You can't live off-grid either, so the only way you can protect yourself is to live on as many grids as possible. So for a very long time, I was prepared by having multiple passports and banks all around the world and all that kind of thing. So they failed to damage me like they wanted to, but it was an interesting few months, that's for sure, yeah.
It was only recently I realised how in sort of contact the banks are with the law. And really, you look at it, they are just one, aren't they?
Completely. And none of the money's yours. I feel uncomfortable with a lot of money in my bank. So that's another thing. Like, I'm now at the point where I don't really carry money at all. I don't have any way of paying for things because anytime I'm anywhere, I'm with like my PA or my security team, whatever. So it's almost weird how quickly you get used to like walking in somewhere, eating, and just walking out. I don't pay, and someone else sits and pays for me.
Sorts it.
So, yeah, so it's weird. I don't pay for anything. I don't have any money. I don't have any of that stuff anymore because...
That sounds like true freedom, though. You don't have to worry about the money at all.
They say to release him on bail, in addition to the charges in the UK previously brought against Tate in January 2024, United Kingdom recently announced it's brought new charges against Tate, including 7 additional rapes and 3 additional occasionally body harm charges and 19 charges for offences related to indecent images of a child and extreme pornography. The United Kingdom, they intend to pursue extradition on all outstanding charges and will provide supporting documentation in timescales required by the treaty. Tate and his brother also face a number of serious criminal charges in Romania, including charges of rape, human trafficking, and forming an organised crime group. They're saying basically Tate has strong incentives to flee because he is at the possibility now of getting a long prison sentence.
Why are they dragging up allegations on me from 15 years ago by promising women money if they lie? And after an extensive investigation, contacting over 1,000 women, they found 3 girls who were prepared to lie. What about the 997 who said I'm a nice guy? This is a setup. This is a stitch up. And do not buy their garbage for a second that they give a single about the young women inside the UK, because they don't care. Our streets run with blood. Women are unsafe. People get stabbed to death. Crime is out of control. Does the media talk about murderers every day? No. Does the media talk about drug dealers every day? No. Does the media talk about the crime committed by the migrants we let in every day? No. The media talks about me every day. Why? Because I highlight the problem. Not because I am a problem, but because I tell you there's a problem.
They say basically Tate has a substantial social media following, which according to the United Kingdom, he's leveraged in the past to try identify individuals of interest. According to the United Kingdom, on September 16, 2025, Tate posted images of a man on his X account. I believe some of the dates in here might not be exact. I believe this might mean 2015. But anyway, he said apparently he put up a post saying 10k ruled for this man's identity and workplace. Less than 10 hours, the post had 2.8 million views. This is 2026 and everything you say on the internet will be used against you. And clips like this is all they need to put across this extradition.
If I fuck up big time and England wants me in jail, I can fly on a Nigerian passport, or an American, or an English, or a Polish, or an Estonian. I have so many fucking passports. What, are you gonna block them all? I've got 4 more I haven't even named on YouTube. They can't stop me traveling. There's always a passport I can pull out. There's always a driver's license I can pull out. If you ban one, I've got another one. I've got bank accounts in 19 countries. My shit is diversified. So am I off grid? No, I'm on so many fucking grids. You can't lock the grid on me.
Something that we spoke about yesterday on this channel actually got brought up in these files. Tate and his brother appear to have financial means and will continue evading justice. They travel frequently to countries that do not have extradition treaties with the United Kingdom.
To get Andrew Tate, I'm your concern. I'm not even fucking there, bruv. I'm in Hong Kong, and you know I'm here. So come get me.
Seemingly to avoid and frustrate attempts to extradite them. For example, in a recent article in the New Yorker magazine, Andrew Tate's Empire of Abuse, Tate was attributed to saying, I just run around the world and I'll be above jurisdiction of any one place. In the same article, his brother was saying a new charge decision equals a new warrant, means we're not protected in Romania. We could just pack up anytime, any place, followed by a voice note. We just have to go to effing Dubai and United States and stop traveling and effing get some extradition lawyers. Tate also posted on X, the British government is internationally mocked. No matter where I go, everybody laughs. What a joke Britain has become. Total clowns. Despite having forfeited £2 million in the UK accounts that Tate had, as well as seizures from a number of prestige supercars, Tate appears to still have access to considerable financial resources. In addition to his well-documented travels, in July 2026, Tate posted a tour of his $50 million 41-meter super yacht or Sibian Blade, of which is being built in Turkey and reported for completion in 2027. Based on these facts, the court should find that Tate is both a danger to the community and a flight risk, either of which renders him eligible for bail in his extradition proceedings. Moreover, these reasons are sufficient for the court to deny any forthcoming bail application. However, even if the court was satisfied that Tate is not a flight risk, he is a danger to the community. The government themselves actually attached this tweet. Andrew Tate says the British government is internationally mocked. No matter where I go, everybody laughs at what a joke the once Great Britain has become. Total clowns.
All you can do is put in the news over and over again in the media, we need to extradite Andrew Tate. MPs saying, we need to get Andrew Tate. I'm your concern? I'm not even fucking there, bruv. I'm in Hong Kong, and you know I'm here. So come get me. Come extradite me. If you have such a strong case, extradite me. So British government, I'm in Hong Kong. Come fucking get me.
They say the government is unaware of any special circumstances that would justify a bail in this case, denying bail because of a failure to show special circumstance, even though the court found the defendant posed a danger to community and defendant's flight risk. Should, however, the court be inclined to grant bail in this case, the government respectfully requests the court submit special written findings to specificate matters that are found to constitute special circumstances. Moreover, in the order to protect the ability of the United States to meet its treaty obligations in the United Kingdom, the government also requests that the court notify the parties with a reasonable amount of time in advance of any contemplated release order. For ongoing reasons, the United States requests that Tate be detained pending resolutions of the extradition proceedings. If in a couple of months from now someone is really wanted in America and done damage in that country and they wound up in Europe, specifically England, the UK government would straight away just send them back to America. There's no complications in here. But I think things that have added a little bit of complexity to this situation is the fact that Andrew Tate managed to garner an American passport, so he's a citizen there as well. To sum up how things have gone in this situation, the UK come forward and say, we want Andrew Tate extradited and need him detained and arrested now. The US say, give us some information for a provisional arrest. The UK supplies the allegations and confirms its warrant. The US prosecutors take that information to a federal judge. The judge issues the US arrest warrant. We see Andrew Tate get arrested, then the British government has to follow up with a complete extradition package. This takes a while to come up with incomplete. They have up until September, but in the meanwhile, Andrew Tate could possibly get granted bail, but the UK government is scared he is going to flee that bail. Obviously, prison is far from enjoyable, but I think Andrew Tate enjoys the mafia, the feds coming down on him lifestyle of all this. He actually put up a tweet from behind bars. As I'm making this video, Bugattis, money, federal prison, prosecutors after you, street notoriety, professional fights, children with endless women. It's GTA 6. I live what everyone is waiting to play, is what he put on his X.
It turns out the most popular game of the year that everyone wants to play is Our Life.
It's Our Life, yeah.
Think about it. Everyone's like, GTA 6, GTA 6. In GTA 6, think about it. I'm a big, rich, powerful man who manages to get money, and he goes to jail because he's a rule breaker and isn't afraid to say what he thinks, and he has a hot girl and girls love him, and everybody knows him on the street. He has a good reputation. He doesn't take crap from anybody, and he has fast cars and boats, and he gets to go out there in the world, and he gets to do whatever he wants.
I want to pretend to be him.
That's us.
That's literally me.
So our lifestyle is completely vindicated by the popularity of the game GTA 6.
Yeah, that's very true.
You people are going to sit there with a controller pretending to be me, Andrew fucking Tate.
For thousands of hours of your life. And when you're finished playing, you're still going to be nobody.
So instead of going out there becoming the guy, because those are your choices, you can go out there and become the character from GTA 6 in the real world, or you can sit and LARP online.
I don't think people understand the extent of the Andrew Tate passport situation as well. There's countries that you probably have never heard of are coming out, said that they're revoking Andrew Tate's golden passport because of this ongoing situation. This guy was saying many years ago the amount of different passports he has. With the ongoing situation he's been involved in the legal battles, up until now, 10, 15 years later, how many do you think he's got now? This guy probably has around 25, 30 passports. And you can see in the video I'm about to play, he actually started getting more and more of these countries on his list as soon as he got arrested that first time in Romania back in December 2022.
Well, Vanuatu says it is looking to revoke citizenship granted to high-profile alleged rapist and human trafficker Andrew Tate. An investigation by the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, OCCRP, revealed the misogynist influencer received a Vanuatu passport via a fast-track program around the time of his arrest in Romania in December 2022.